Welcome back to Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy, teaching people just like you for over 25 years how to trade and invest with any types of accounts, retail trading accounts, 401ks, IRAs, short-term income strategies, and long-term wealth strategies at our local academies right here near you. So if you're listening to the show, we have a class near you, a physical place to go to learn the skills and techniques and concepts about the financial markets. Text right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. And this is for 2 free tickets for our investing class. Also a insider's kit. And this kit will help you get started right away, but it also does include some free stock picks. So in that last segment, we were talking about 401ks and IRAs and what's happening with those in this down market. There are other choices that you may have access to that you may not even know about. And Al kind of hit the nail on the head on that last segment is a lot of people that feel they don't know how to do something will do nothing.
Right.
But that's not really the right way to approach your finances. If you have goals and aspirations in life, you have to take action. And that's one of the things that we help out a lot with at Online Trading Academy is actionable items in your financial future. You know, income accounts, income strategies, wealth accounts, wealth strategies, 401ks, IRAs. So, Al, in this segment here, I want to talk a little bit about how to get started because I think a lot of our listeners, and we got thousands and thousands of listeners really all across the country. Even if you go to the podcast all across the world, our YouTube stream, we got people listening all the time and watching the YouTube stream, Investing with Confidence. But they want to be inspired to get started because it's not new, it's just a little bit differently. So let's talk about some different techniques and different ways to get into the markets and really just do that with more confidence.
Well, I'm glad you brought up that word inspire because that's really what we try to do during these classes is inspire you to look at the markets as a potential opportunity for you. And I think what happens is a lot of people when they don't know about something, they have fears that often are unfounded. Really, once you understand how something works, how something functions, and how you can take advantage of it, then that fear dissipates, and then that confidence starts to come into the picture. And in these classes, one of our goals is to help you decide whether you should pursue these markets, whether there is benefit there for you, and whether this is something that you're willing to put the effort into. And it's like anything else you do. You can't just, for example, you can't buy a diet book, leave it sitting on the table, and expect to lose weight.
Are you really?
Well,
Oh, man.
I've tried. I can tell you for sure that doesn't work.
Man, that's why I'm out of shape.
Yeah, but putting a little bit of effort into something, but with somebody that can help you go through it. That's what we do. We provide people that can not only give you the knowledge, but help you build the skills to use the knowledge and to be there as kind of a guide and kind of a mentor to help you through issues that you might encounter. But here's the important thing to remember. These markets, the markets are filled with, and I've used the word fluff before, it's filled with noise, it's filled with emotions, but the key to investing is having the discipline to only focus on the issues that are important to your investment returns, to your investment goals. So a great thing to ask yourself is, do you know why price moves or who moves the price? Do you know why price changes? Those are the key things that you need to understand to be able to really truly benefit from the financial markets.
And that's why in these investing classes, Al, we talk about all that stuff. We're showing you, okay, here's actually who's moving the markets. And that's who we want to trade like, because we're not going to beat Wall Street. Wall Street's the one that's moving the markets. So we have to identify where they're buying, where they're selling, put low risk, high reward, and high probability entry points in the markets. And the great thing about trading and investing is you don't have to be at your computer for it to happen.
Right.
You place everything up in ahead of time, and it's called in a platform. That's where you place your financial decisions, your buys and your sells, and that will execute it automatically for you. Online Trading Academy, our sponsor, actually has their own platform. So it'll guide you through those decisions, and that brings a lot more confidence.
Right.
And if you're listening right now and you want more confidence in your investments, more confidence in your trading, and just learn different techniques, we have these classes that are right for you. Text the word right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing to the number 210-210 for some tickets for an investing class to get started to have more confidence in your investment accounts. Al, we talk more about our community. We have thousands and thousands of people that have came to Online Trading Academy. I don't know the exact stat. Last time I checked, it was like 580,000 people that have
I think
came
it's over
to.
600,000
It's
now.
probably is
Pretty
by
close.
now,
Yeah.
but just a lot of people that are getting into the financial world because you're seeing it everywhere. You're seeing it on TV, all over the interweb, social media. Everybody's talking about it, but everybody doesn't really know the right way to get started. So, what are some of the first steps to get in the markets and get started the right way?
Well, again, I'm going to go back to coming into one of these classes. You have to get some education somewhere. Uh, we hope you decide to do it here. Come into one of these classes and see if we're the right place for you. But get some knowledge. There is all sort, and it's not just knowledge, by the way, because there are all sorts of sources of knowledge out there. But the problem is people don't know how to use it or when to use that knowledge. That's the skill building part that's really important. And that's really what we concentrate on. Skill building comes from repetition of things that work and also repetition of things that work with somebody guiding you to make sure you're using the things that are working. You mentioned in one of the earlier segments about risk management, about only risking maybe $100 or $50 on a trade.
Yep.
One of the things that we provide for our students that really helps to increase their confidence is a trading analysis platform
Hmm.
called Click. And that's customized to you. You put some things in there that are specific to you. The number one thing, the first thing it asks you to put in to Click is how much you're willing to risk on any trade. And if you put in $100 and you try to put together a trade or investment that exceeds that risk amount, it comes up with a warning and tells you, hey, you're exceeding your risk level. Don't do the trade. It keeps you out of making wrong decisions for your style, for your goals. And that's one of the ways that we help you reduce risk. There's other ways too, by identifying, as you mentioned earlier, the demand and supply zones. The financial markets, what that is, a demand zone is an area that we have identified. We help you identify on a price chart where there could be millions of buy orders that are just waiting to become active. And then a
Hmm.
supply zone is where there are maybe millions of sell orders that are waiting to become active. You need to be able to identify those with a high degree of accuracy in advance. So you set that trade, as Josh mentioned. The worst thing you can do is sit in front of a computer and try to outguess the market. I almost guaranteed you will end up doing exactly the opposite of what you should be
Hmm.
doing. You will be buying high and selling low because of the emotions that you have as a human being. We help you to control those emotions. Click is one way of doing that. And our core strategy, which is built into the Click platform, is a rules based strategy. It's a step by step strategy that you follow for anything you do, any trade, any investment that you make. And that kind of keeps your thinking as much as possible out of it. We have to control those emotions.
Yeah, and just to give an example, we've talked a little bit about supply and demand here today in the markets. I mean, if you have, say, if you're listening right now and you have a, oh, let's just say a cup of coffee next to you right now, and let's just say hopefully it's empty, and you throw that cup up in the air. What is the law of gravity? What does that say it's going to do? You throw it up in the air, it's going to come down. It's the law of gravity. Basically, the law of supply and demand is when there's more buyers for anything. It can be for any goods or services. It can be for that cup of coffee. It can
Right.
be for coffee. It can be for a T-shirt. If there's a whole bunch of buyers, more than sellers, price will go up.
Right.
And if there's more supply, so there's we'll say more supply. There's a whole bunch of coffee at Starbucks, and nobody's buying it. They're going to drop the price because there's more supply than demand. Same thing in the financial markets. If there's more sellers in the market than buyers, price has to go down.
Mhm.
It's actually fairly simple on the concept on how the market works,
Yeah.
kind of like an auction. You got an auction, they're auctioning off a picture or a beautiful picture frame or something like that, and you got 30 buyers for that. That auctioneer is going to go $1 bill, $1 $2 bill, $1 bill, $3 bill, and they're going to keep going up
How
until
long did you practice that?
I did
That,
not
that was
practice
pretty
it.
good.
But that's what happens in the markets. It's just moving around and they're filling
Hmm.
unfilled orders. And that's what we teach at Online Trading Academy is how to identify where that's at. And we talk a lot about a community. We've been seeing a lot of people come into the academy that have been looking for a community of like-minded people, traders and investors, people that are trading the same strategy. That way you're following the same steps and you're able to talk about that and help each other out. And it's about having the right coaching as well. That old saying is work smarter, not harder. That's actually not correct. You have to work right and you have to be around the right people and get the right coaching and have the right rules and steps, as Al is talking about. And that's what we teach at Online Trade Academy. If you need that coaching, if you need that mentorship, that community, text right now for some tickets for an investing class and see what it's all about. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing right now for 2 tickets. Text investing to the number 210-210 and a insider's kit, which will help you get started right away. Al, every single week, and I know you prepared this for the last 7 days on inspiring people. It's here today's OTA tip of the week.
Well, you know what? If you want to be successful, you have to start by defining success because it's going to be different for different people. But when you're specific about it, it becomes easier to take the right steps to achieve it. And we can help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be in the future. You have to have the right mindset. If you focus on what could go wrong, you're probably going to receive the outcome you don't want. But if you're positive, and concentrate on what could go right, and you'll probably achieve the results that you want to achieve.
I like that. Focusing on what can go right. How can you do better? It's positivity, because positivity, that wins every time. And Al, I like that OTA tip of the week, because how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. But he has to take that first bite. So, one last set of tickets. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing to the number 210-210. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire.